happy 4th of July. We're going to start seated in class this morning. If you feel some tightness in the back or hips, or you feel discomfort sitting on your mat, I recommend that you sit on a blanket, on the front edge of your blanket, to elevate the hips slightly and to allow that natural curve to the lumbar spine, lower back. You're going to sit up nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders, and the hands can rest to your lap, palms up or down. And then take some nice deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Make a little sigh as you let go. You might close your eyes or have a soft gaze down towards the floor. And allow yourself to settle into your mat. Maybe make some little adjustments so that you feel aligned and centered and balanced on the sitting bones. Connect to your physical body to see how you feel physically in this moment. If you notice any places of tightness or soreness, discomfort. Allow your face to soften and clenching your jaw, relaxing the brow and forehead. And swallow a few times and relax the throat, the tongue. And then allow the tongue to relax away from the roof of your mouth. And see if you can bring a gentle smile, just a little slight curl of the lips. Bringing a sense of ease in the body and mind. And roll the shoulders back and down and lift through the heart. And lift through the top of the head. So you feel a little bit more space between the vertebra and throughout your body as you sit tall and at ease. And come back to your breath, noticing the rise and fall in the chest. Fill the lungs with a deep inhale and empty out the lungs with a deep exhale. And bring your awareness to the back as you inhale and exhale. Can you feel the expansion in the back side? The movement of the ribs. And then allow the belly to soften and inhale and exhale. See if you can feel the movement of the breath all the way down to the belly, to the lower back, to the sides of your body. Bringing your awareness to a three-part dirga breath or diaphragmatic breath. Can you feel that wave of breath? The inhale, the belly expands, ribs and chest expand. There's a pause at the top of the breath, and then the exhale, empty out. Can you stay at ease as you breathe fully and consciously? And if you find that you're tightening your body or feeling discomfort, maybe find a breath more in the chest if that feels more comfortable for you to breathe in that area, or come back to your natural breath. And if you can maintain that sense of ease throughout your body and mind as you're doing the dirga breath, three-part breath, maybe layer it with ujjayi breath, tightening the back of your throat and inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And you'll hear a soft ocean-like sound. Maybe slow down the breathing, your breath, taking a little longer inhale, a little longer pause, a little longer exhale. Continue to sit tall and balanced and centered and at ease. Keep checking in with your physical body, so you might make little adjustments if you notice you start to round or slouch or lean. Readjust so you feel aligned. And take it all in, even the thoughts that might stir and come and go, and feelings and emotions that might come and go, sense of boredom or impatience or sadness, whatever is there, just be the observer of all that's there and be present to it. Take 3 more deep breaths here. And let's let the hands come down to the floor, and we'll begin to move the arms up towards the ceiling on the inhale. Have the pause as you stretch up, and then exhale, let the arms float slowly back down, and see if you can sync the two, the movement and the breath. It's as if the breath is lifting the arms and lengthening and creating space. And the exhale, it's a letting go, softening of the shoulders, a wave of the arms as they float down. Feel the space around you. Feel the space within. Do you notice any tension in the shoulders or neck? Let's do this 3 more times. Gather the breath and fill your body. Exhale any tightness and tension and stress. Maybe you're still breathing the Ujjayi breath. And then next time we'll inhale to lift the arms up. Bring your palms together and exhale the hands softly down to the heart center. Sit tall, maybe close your eyes, maybe set an intention for your practice or the day ahead. What brought you to your mat this morning? What's most important to you, meaningful to you? And when you feel ready, take the arms back up, stretching and letting the palms come apart, and then take a wiggle of the fingers, a circle of your wrists. And then lift one arm up a little higher as you stretch along the side. And then bring the other arm up a little higher, stretch the opposite side. And both arms up, shoulders down, chest lifted, stack head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, palms open, fingers spread. And what do you notice in your hands, wrists, arms, shoulders, torso, legs? Breath. Take a deep inhale. And now exhale, slowly let the arms float down and watch what arises, feel and observe. Let the palms turn down to the floor, so fingertips come down to touch the floor. Lift your left arm up and stretch over to the right side. Press the left sitting bone down to the floor. Keep the chest facing forward. Lift your gaze, perhaps the arm comes a little bit behind your view. Good, and then inhale that left arm up. And exhale, lower the left hand down to the floor. Inhale your right arm up. And exhale over to the left side. Again, make those little adjustments, chest facing forward, lengthening through the sides, keeping the shoulder in the socket, fingers reach out. And inhale the right arm up. Exhale, lower the right hand slowly down. From here, sit nice and tall. Take your left hand over to the right thigh. Swing that right hand behind you, tent the fingers, lengthen the spine, and then slowly begin to twist to the right. It's ringing out of your spine. And watch that you don't drop your chin. Keep the head level. Feel the spiraling through the lower back, then through the mid back, lastly through the neck. Can you soften and relax? Here, we'll take one more breath. Good, and then begin to slowly untwist. Taking your hands back out to the sides, fingertips to the floor, and check in with your body. Sometimes you can maybe still sense a spiraling through the spine energetically. And then lift the top of the head up a little taller, relax your shoulders, take an inhale. And exhale. And let's reach that right hand over to the left thigh, slide the left hand, walk it behind. And then lift, tall, inhale, and exhale, twist left. And notice this side, how this feels to be on the twist on this side. Is it different? Does it feel tighter, more open? Use the breath to help open and to heal your body. And keep looking for, trying to find your edge, where you're in a deep stretch. You're still able to relax. You're still able to breathe fully. You feel safe in the posture. You feel supported in the posture. Maybe a gentle smile, a nice full inhale, full exhale, and then untwist. And this time bring your hands to your lap, roll the shoulders up, back and down. And then sit nice and tall and do another check-in with how you feel inside physically. Let's lower the chin towards the chest. Maybe your palms turn down as well. And begin to slowly circle your head, open your neck. And what do you notice here, this part of your body? Are you able to make a full circle? Are you maybe moving a little quicker through some parts and areas? Are you avoiding some areas? And also go the other direction and just see if there's any change in sensation. And then you might continue with the circles or add in either figure 8 movements, nodding the head yes or no, dropping an ear towards your shoulder, and just see. So the more you can connect to your body, the more it'll tell you how it needs and wants to move. So really be present and let your body guide you. So I'm just going to give suggestions throughout class this morning, but really ultimately you're your own guide and teacher. And the true benefits from yoga come from when you can connect to your body and mind and spirit and breath. Continue to breathe fully. We'll do this for another maybe 20 seconds more. So continue to open your neck and find the stretches that feel good. And eventually coming back up, excuse me, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And now take a light, loose shake out of your shoulders. Let the shoulders drop and interlace your fingers and turn your palms forward, rounding your back. And stretching long through the arms, through the hands. Inhale, lift your palms up. Exhale, bring your palms forward, rounding the spine, cat stretch. Inhale, lift your palms up. Exhale, cat stretch, palms forward. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, one more, cat pose, rounding the spine. And then bring yourself up, bring your hands to your shins, bring your heart forward, shoulders back into what is a seated cow pose. And then round the back. Swing forward, heart opens. Seated cat and cow, then round the back. And then you might begin to move with the breath. So the inhale as you reach your heart forward, the exhale as the belly button comes back towards the spine, rounding the spine. And you can find your own pace here. So I've been learning this seated stretch in the Kundalini classes with Sally Cody. And sometimes in the Kundalini classes we'll move pretty rapidly. It's almost a breath of fire. And it's an inhale and exhale through your nose, so you might try that, see how that feels, or take it very slow and gentle. Deep breath in as you reach the heart forward. And then exhale back up, sitting tall, natural curves to the spine. Bring your hands to your lap, palms up, pointer and thumb touch, shoulders rolled back. And let's take 3 deep inhales and exhales here and feel the effects in your body of the stretches we did to warm up. And then we'll take the hands down to the mat to bring the hands and knees to the floor into table pose. Have your hands right below your shoulders, fingers spread like a fan, knees right below your hips, and then straighten your left leg out behind. Bring your ball of the ball of the left foot to the floor as you reach your heel back, and feel the ankle, the calf, the hamstring, knee, and lift that left leg up hip height. So look back to check so it doesn't come up higher than the hip. The toes point down towards the floor, and then the heel extends and reaches back. Continue to hold here. Take your right arm forward, so the arm is right near the right ear. The fingers spread and the thumb is pointing up towards the ceiling. Steady yourself, engage your core. We'll hold for 3 more breaths. keep the arm lifted but lower the left knee so it comes down underneath the hip. And then another breath here. Tops of your feet press. Fingers reach and spread. Thumb is pointing up. Take another inhale. And then the exhale to lower the right hand under the shoulder. Take a counter stretch to cat pose. Draw the navel up towards the spine and let the head drop between the arms. Empty out your breath. And then inhale to cow pose. And exhale back to neutral spine. And take your right leg behind, follow the foot to the floor. Heel reaches back and be present here to what you feel. The hands, the shoulders, the leg, take it all and lift that right leg slowly up. Hip height, you might look back to check. Toes point down, heel reaches back. And this might be where you stay here, or bring your left arm up, right next to the ear. Thumb pointing up, fingers spread. Lengthen crown, so get space to the neck. Reach out through both ends, through the hand and through that right heel. And then also be present to the stability through the hand, right hand, and the left knee, and the core. And your next exhalation, lower the right knee down under the hip. Stay here with that arm lifted if it's there. And one more inhale. Exhale to bring that left hand down and spread the weight evenly on the hands. And then round the back. Slowly draw navel up to the spine. And broaden the shoulders. And the inhale, lift to cow pose, looking up towards the ceiling. And the exhale back to neutral spine. Bring your hands out in front of the shoulders and begin to either swing your hips or circle. And begin to massage the joints, the wrists and knees and hips. Move into the spine. Feel this as a little washing out. From the inside out. Find your tempo, find your pace. Find your breath. And let's bring the hips all the way back towards the heels into extended child's pose, walking the arms forward towards the top of your mat. And lowering your forehead down towards the floor. And here, some adjustments or modifications. So if you do feel some discomfort here, you can try widening your knees out to the edges of your mat. You can sit on a blanket or tuck a blanket under the knees. You can bring a blanket or a block under the forehead. Take 3 deep inhales and exhales here into extended child's pose, and know that this is often a nice pose to do during class if you need to take a rest or a pause. Let's come back up to table pose, bringing the knees back in if they were wide. Let your hips lower halfway to the floor as you bring the shoulders over the wrists, fingers spread wide. Gaze out beyond the edge of your mat. Press the tops of your feet to the floor. And then bend your elbows, keep them hugged in, and lower down an inch or 2 towards the mat. Press yourself back up as you inhale, and as you exhale, lower the chest all the way down to the floor. Now bring the head and chest off the mat into cobra pose, lengthening out through your toes and pressing there. Heart reaches forward rather than the chin, so keep the neck neutral. Shoulder blades onto the back. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, curl your toes and press back to table and into child's pose with the hips sliding to the heels And then allow the arms to either rest along the sides of your body or interlace your fingers behind. Press your palms together and start to slowly lift your arms off the back and towards the ceiling. Begin to rock a little gently side to side. And then check in with how this stretch feels. So you want to make sure that you're not straining the shoulders. You might bring your arms a little lower or even just rest them by the sides down to the floor. And then we'll let the arms come down and stretch forward towards the top of the mat and walk the hands over to the left side as you lean to the right. Walk the hands forward and over to the right side, lean your hips left. Deep breaths, deep inhales and deep exhales. Walk the arms forward and press yourself up to table pose. And then from table into downward facing dog. So curling the toes and lifting the hips up towards the ceiling and begin to pedal out, bend one knee then the other. And the modification here is to stay in table. Or you can also come onto your forearms and interlace your fingers and do a dolphin pose with the knees hovering above the floor or lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. So we'll take 3 deep breaths. And from here, bend the knees deeply, look up towards the top of your mat and jump or walk. Take little steps forward all the way to come up at the top of your mat, adjusting so that your feet are hip distance apart and spreading the weight evenly on the feet. Let your knees bend and then hang forward. Can you let the head be heavy and then let the arms just dangle? And on the next inhalation, begin to slowly roll yourself up, taking the arms out to the sides, lifting the arms up towards the ceiling and then bringing your hands together and lowering the hands to the heart center, coming into mountain pose. So we'll pause here and just bring the awareness down to start at the feet, spreading the weight, and then bring your awareness up to the knees, slightly drawing the knees up and the thighs slightly hugged in, and a neutral pelvis, and a soft and relaxed belly, and the heart open and lifted, and the shoulders rolled back, and the palms pressing Anjali Mudra, and space to the neck, and relax your face. Take a 3-part Dirga breath, diaphragmatic breath, or breathe how it feels most at ease for you, most comfortable. Feel yourself standing tall and at ease. Well, it's a very simple posture, but maybe not so simple, and it's very powerful, even though it may seem simple. So often we stand, when we're standing, we're really not conscious, and we're leaning, or we're slouched, or our feet are adjusted. So can you just feel this in your body, the alignment and the stability? And then take your arms up towards the ceiling, let them come wide apart, and lift your heart. Inhale into a back bend, and as you exhale, lead with your heart. Slowly fold back down over your legs. Take a long breath in and out here, and really lengthen the spine and let your head be heavy. Arms dangle, and check in with the backs of your legs. Maybe you want to take your hands to the backs of your legs and give a little massage or tap. You can bend your knees if you need to. And then from there, lift up halfway to extended forward bend. Reach the crown forward, navel to spine, shoulder blades onto the back. And exhale, fold back down to the legs. We'll take a nice inhale as we rise back up, arms float up towards the ceiling, and exhale, hands together to the heart center. We'll step the right foot back long and bend the left knee and lift your arms up into warrior one. So option here is to bring your palms together, interlace your fingers, and the pointers release up, thumbs crossed. You can lift your heart and gaze up, or gaze straight ahead if you feel a little bit more balance there. Feel the strength of the legs and the stability through the legs and the feet and connected to the earth's energy. And then at the same time, feel light and lifted, open in the upper body. If your gaze is up, bring it back now to level. And then bring the arms wide, bend your elbows into goddess arms, palms open, elbows stay shoulder height. And then let the arms open out to the sides and stretch here before we're going to move into eagle arms. But first, just feel the broadening of the chest and maybe a flow of energy flowing across the chest and out through the arms. And then bring your right elbow under left, wrapping the forearms. Your hands can come to your shoulders. Optionally here, lift your right heel off the mat. So now you're in more of a balancing and crescent warrior pose. Take an inhale as you lift the chest a bit. Arms might lift. And then exhale, optionally fold down over the left thigh. And pause there. Breathe. And on the next inhalation, bring your torso back up, elbows lift shoulder height, unwrap your arms. Take another breath in as the arms float up, and optionally here, one more. Fold over the left thigh as you swing your arms back behind. And then inhale, rise up, take your arms up, plant that right heel back down to the floor and open the hips and chest to warrior two, bending your left knee. Again, reach through the arms, feel that pull, the flow of energy. And can you soften the shoulders? Take deep breaths in and out. Make little adjustments as you need to, little micro movements. Reverse warrior two by taking the right hand to your back thigh, swinging your left arm up, get space to the side. And then to side angle, lowering the hand or your left forearm to the thigh and swing the right arm over the ear. And enjoy this stretch here. Stay with your body, stay with your breath. One more inhale. And the exhale, we'll bring the hands down to frame the left foot, to bring the right heel up off the floor. So we're in lunge. And two options. You can either bring your knees to the mat to table, or you can step your left foot back into downward dog. And again, options here. You might hold downward dog and pedal it out. You can hold a child's pose to rest, or come into plank. And then from plank, we'll take an inhale. The exhale will lower the chest down. You can be on your knees, so modified variation. Bring your chest to the floor and then lift to cobra or upward dog. So some of you might bring the hips, thighs, and knees off the mat to upward dog. We'll hold for another breath or two. And then we'll press slowly back either to table or downward dog. Take a bend of your knees if you're in downward dog and lift the hips up a little higher towards the ceiling, lengthening the back. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. And then begin to slowly straighten the legs, heels reach back. Take another deep bend of the knees as you inhale. And exhale, jump or walk slowly to the top of your mat. Fold your elbows and hang over the legs. Let your head dangle again. Release through the back. Maybe you rock side to side. And then let the arms dangle towards the floor, releasing the shoulders. Lift up halfway on an inhale, extended forward bend. Exhale, fold towards the legs, and on your next inhalation, press through the feet and come all the way up. Standing tall, arms reach, exhale, hands to the heart center. And then pause and mountain again. Make those little adjustments, shoulders back, heart lifted. Spread the weight on the feet. Feel the space that you can create within. Let the arms come down to the sides. Take an inhale to lift them up. And exhale, bend your knees to chair Uttanasana pose. Breathe and notice. Watch what arises in your body and in the mind. Inhale to straighten and lift up and into a back bend. Lift your heart. Exhale, dive slowly forward. Lead with your heart. Lift up halfway on your inhale. Exhale, fold and lower. And inhale, bring yourself all the way back up. Arms float out and hands come together to the heart center. Step your left foot back. And bend your right knee to warrior one, arms up. Have your hips like headlights facing forward, chest facing forward and lifted and open. And then you might bring your palms together, interlacing. But this time we'll do the opposite thumb on top. So it might feel a little awkward, a little different. And reach your pointers up towards the ceiling. Feel that back heel planted. Spread the weight on that right foot, knee over the ankle. Maybe lift your gaze up. Beautiful. Release the arms to cactus or goddess arms. So bending the elbows slowly, opening the chest. And then open the arms. This time let's have the palms faced up. Or if you had your palms up last time, if you can remember, turn them the other way. And just feel that opening, shoulders and current of energy flowing from the core up to the chest and out the arms, out the fingers. Deep inhale. And the exhale to release, to bring the left elbow under the right. Wrapping the forearms if possible, or bring your hands to your shoulders. And then you might add in a lift of the chest and arms a bit. And fold down over the right side. And hold for a breath. And make your way slowly back up. Get the torso centered on the hips, elbows stay high, shoulder height for a moment, and then release the arms, widening them back out on an inhale, arms lift up. You might bring your back heel off the floor, so coming into crescent warrior, more of a balancing, and then exhale to fold over the thigh one more time. You can also stay up, arms lifted or hands to the heart. So do just what your body needs. And then that next inhale will come up, slowly lifting the arms and the crown towards the ceiling, and the exhale to open to warrior two. Find that nice fluid movement, graceful movement. Back leg is straight, right knee is bent, hips are open. Shoulders relaxed, remember the cues, and just work your way, your mind through your body to see what little adjustment you might want to make, or little movement you might want to make, or a deeper breath. And then to warrior two, so bringing the left hand to your back thigh as you bring the right arm stretched up. to side angle, the forearm to the right thigh, left arm over the ear. To bring the hands, to bring your right foot to step to table with the knees to the mat, or downward dog, stepping the right foot back. And then you decide what your body needs, maybe a rest in child's pose or some cat-cow stretches in table, or flow through chaturanga sequence. First inhaling to plank. Exhale, chest down towards the floor. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. And exhale back to downward dog. Three deep inhales and exhales, maybe through the mouth, nose and mouth. Inhale nose, exhale through the mouth, maybe a sigh. And then let's walk the hands back towards the feet, so be at the back of your mat, and roll yourself up. Step your feet wide, wider than the hips. Have the arms be right by your sides, loose and relax shoulders, and then begin to swing the arms side to side. Connect to your body. Have you gone into autopilot here? Have you wandered away from your body in this moment? And did you go to the past or the future? Now come back here. Feel the wind at your hands or arms. What happens to the breath as you're twisting? How are your knees and ankles here? And then let the arms slowly come back down to your sides and bring your feet underneath the hips. And we'll do a breath of joy. So 3 inhales through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. And at the same time, move your arms like a conductor. So it's ready. Inhale forward, inhale to the side, inhale arms up, and exhale. One more. Hang and forward fold for a moment. Let your head hang. Feel your feet. Ground yourself down with feeling your feet. And then take your time to slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Shoulders roll back and down and stand tall. Arms rest by your sides. Maybe you turn your palms forward and just feel that slight opening here through the chest and the heart chakra. We'll do a little tapping, a little body tapping. So take the fists to your chest and tap around your chest, and you're all on mute, so if you want to make some noise, you can. It opens the 5th chakra, the throat area, and also the chest and lungs. Make as much noise as you'd like. Feel that vibration in your chest. And the lungs, so healing for your lungs. Take deep inhales, feel the base of the lungs. Really absorb all the oxygen into the lungs. And then let the left arm release to your side. Take your right hand to a fist and left chest. Tap all around the left chest. So I'm going to guide you through a full body tapping and move kind of quickly through, but feel free to linger. So if you find a spot that you just want to stay longer and tap because it might feel a little tense or it feels really good, please do that. I'm going to tap the left shoulder. And then lift your left arm and come down the inside of the arm with your palm. all the way down to the wrists and hand. Clap your hands. And then come up the top of the left hand, wrist, and up the arm. And just feel your body where you're tapping. So it's like you're washing your body on the inside. Lift the left arm and tap the left armpit. And come down the ribs and the side to the left hip. And then lower the left arm. Take a fist to the left hand and tap your right chest. Maybe you close your eyes. Or soft gaze, but feel where you're tapping. Do you feel spots of tension and tightness? And it's just blocked energy. By tapping and breathing and feeling it, connecting to it, you can help it release. Tap the right shoulder. And lift the right arm and come down the inside of your right arm with your palm. And clap the hands. And come up the top of the right hand. Wrist and up the arm. Tapping with loving hands. All the way back up to the shoulder, and then lift the right arm and tap the armpit. And down the ribs and to the side. Down to the hip. And lower the right arm, bend your knees, make fists and tap the kidneys at the lower back. Deep inhale and exhale. And tap down to the sacrum and the glutes. Open your palms, tap the buttocks and hips. And come down the back of your legs. And tap up the front of your legs. And the knees, cup your hands and linger here at the knees a bit. Get the blood flow and circulation throughout your body. Tap the thighs, quads, and up to the hips. And down the outsides of your legs. And up the inside of your legs. Inner thighs. And then to your belly. This is great for your digestive system. Have a slight bend to the knees, a slight tuck at the tailbone. Relax the shoulders and arms. You can use open palms or fists. And feel this part of your body. And tap just below the left ribs to the stomach. What do you notice here? Deep breaths in and release any worries and tension. Good, and then over to the right side, below the right ribs to the liver. Third chakra below the sternum. Relax shoulders, deep breaths in and out. And then bring the hands back up to the chest and the heart, fourth chakra, where we started. Inhale through the nose and exhale with a little sound. Good, and then let the arms rest to the side. Shoulders relax, even turn your palms forward. Feet rooted and stand tall and connect to your body. See if you can feel tingling. Currents of energy flowing. Can you find that three-part diaphragmatic breath? Can you stand tall and at ease? And can you be present to this moment, this sensation and this breath? Let's let the arms float slowly up. Take your time. And as you're bringing the arms up, feel the breath in, coming in. And turn your palms down and exhale, sweep down through the crown chakra, top of the head and through your body, all the way out through the soles of your feet. And repeat it again 3 more times. Your time to finish. When you're finished, hands come together, non-Juli Mudra at the heart center. Continue to stand nice and tall and at ease. And we'll lift the arms up into a back bend, heart open, arms wide. And then dive forward. Bring your hands to the floor and step 1 foot back and then the other into downward dog. If you like that chaturanga flow, you're welcome to sneak in one last one here. So an inhale to plank. And the exhale to lower yourself down to the floor. To cobra or upward dog. Back into downward dog. And then bring your knees to the floor, to table, and then sit down onto the mat. Into butterfly, bound angle, so we'll bring the soles of the feet together, the heels draw in, sit up nice and tall. Maybe a little bounce of your knees if that feels safe and okay on your hips and in the legs. And then let that bouncing release, sit up tall as you inhale and exhale, hinge forward. We'll repeat this with the breath. So on the inhale, you slowly come up. And on the exhale, hinge forward. Looking for your edge. Next time you hinge forward, pause there, linger there, and feel. Keep length through the spine. Where do you feel your breath moving in your body? And then bring yourself back up. And bring your hands to your knees and bring your knees together. And we'll get ready for boat pose. So we can start here with the feet to the mat, knees bent, and hands on either side of on either side of the hips, just slightly behind you. And the heart lifts, and so you get that natural curve to the lower back. So for some of us, this flow will stay, and then others will bring one leg up, knee can stay bent. You can switch and alternate. You could also bring both legs up. You're balancing on the sitting bones, and the hands can come behind the knees to support. Some of you might straighten your legs or have your arms by your sides. Keep connecting to your body and do what feels safe and right for you in each moment. Feel your core. Keep the length to the spine so you don't round here. If your legs are lifted, slowly bring your feet back down to the floor. Sit up nice and tall as you inhale. Take your arms by your sides. And as you exhale, slowly lower yourself down one vertebra at a time. Coming down to the floor. Let the arms be by your sides. Let the heels walk in towards your hips. And then lift the hips up off the floor. Come into bridge. Keep your thighs parallel. Some of you might bring your arms underneath, interlace fingers, walk shoulder blades in. And keep the hips high, thighs parallel, feet pressed evenly to the floor, face relaxed. Try not to turn the head here. Make sure that you have nothing under the head, no blanket, so you are safe with the neck. Three more deep breaths. And then if your arms are underneath, release the fingers and let the arms come back to your sides. And then on the next exhalation, slowly take your time to bring the back down and the hips down to the floor. And then let the arms come a little wider from your body, palms faced up. Adjust your feet slightly as you need to. And then pelvic rocking, just pressing your tailbone to the floor. The lower back lifts off the mat. And then curl the tailbone and press the lower back to the floor. And do that a few more times. Relax the arms and shoulders and chest and the face. And let the arms open out shoulder height. Palms faced up and let the knees drop side to side as you turn the head the opposite direction as the knees. When your knees drop over to one side, pause here and breathe. And let your body relax and rest. And lift your knees up and drop the knees to the opposite side. Again, pause, breathe, and let your body relax. And bring your knees back up and draw the knees one at a time in towards your chest, wrapping your arms around your legs. And maybe a little circling if that feels good. Last stretch here. Take your arms and legs up towards the ceiling and circle your wrists and ankles. And then a little shake out of your arms and legs. Deep inhales and exhales. 10, 9, keep shaking. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, take deep breaths. 3, 2, 1, and let everything drop down to the floor. Arms and legs a comfortable distance apart. Palms might turn up towards the ceiling. Make any final adjustments as you move into Shavasana, getting yourself comfortable and at ease to rest. And I hope you're able to take this important time of rest. It's okay, we'll go over class a few minutes. Allow your body to soften. Allow the breath to deepen. in, a deep breath out. Bring your awareness back to your body and wiggle fingers and toes and take a stretch, any stretch that feels good. And as you feel ready, beating back up into seated, placing your palms together and hands to your heart center. Sit nice and tall and at ease. Welcome and joining me in the sound of one Om. And we'll begin with an inhale. May we all have healthy bodies, happy hearts, and peaceful minds. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing.